Lima and Falln, though.
Yeah, so one thing I want to note is that Falln getting this far in winners, he has not had an easy bracket. The way that he had to get here, he defeated Choco. And I don't know if you guys have been checking in with losers bracket, but Choco is on a tear.
He beat Larry. It's actually been quite crazy. He beat Larry. I know he beat Esam. He also
Boyd
beat
as well.
Boyd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guy is just on fire, so Falln was the only guy that could defeat him tonight. Have to see if Choco can keep it up and maybe try to fight him again. But here we are in our top 8 qualifier match. Lima against Falln.
Falling right out of that.
That's hard, right? It's hard.
Sets up the puns perfectly.
Yeah.
You see how he's playing extremely patient. Luma is out of there, though. And Lima not wasting any time to completely invade Falln's space.
Yeah, and you saw Falln, I think he was SDing up, so he was able to pop out, did not get hit by the sideways ABK. He was able to get out of that. Rosalina pretty light, so it's not especially difficult for her to escape. Still takes a proficient player, though, as always.
Absolutely. Trying to get the high knockback from Luma to get that up smash, but Luma, once again, Lima doing a really good job at making sure Luma's just not a problem.
Yeah. And watch Lima just covering this ledge. He's like a shark just all over Falln.
He's extremely aggressive as a player. Lima has been known to play extremely aggressive, and just as we're talking about right here, getting the up air out of that witch twist. He's only taken 47%, but we know from Rosalina that doesn't matter. There is no such thing as having an advantage. And Lima landing with the witch time, understanding that Falln really wanted to punish his landing.
It didn't take too much, though. 34%. Definitely could have been much worse. But Falln still struggling to find his legs in this matchup. Lima just seems to be one step ahead of him, unfortunately. Falln waiting for the Luma to return, but he might not even get the opportunity.
It, but it's okay. He manages to SDI out of it perfectly. Still managing to land onto the platform, safely back up to the stage.
Ooh, close with that down air, but not quite. Have to see if Falln can actually do some edge guarding of his own, but he doesn't even opt to. He says, fine, you can have the ledge. It's yours. I'll get you when you come back.
Yeah, that's the respect that Falln's giving to Lima. As Lima does still have 2 stocks, though, so I'm not too sure how much respect you really want to give him.
Yeah, at some point you got to turn on the boosters. Like, you can't just sit back and let your opponent choke you out. And it seems like Falln, unfortunately, is not going to have the opportunity as Lima wins with an easy 2-stock on Town and City.
It definitely looked like Falln was trying to tune it down a bit, try to be a little bit more patient, stand more often, contest Lima after he got witch-timed a lot more patiently from underneath him. But because of that, Lima was able to recognize that Falln was playing a lot more defensively and just continuously got in his face.
And the problem is you gotta turn it up a little, but it's Rosalina, and you don't. If I'm being honest, I don't know how much she can turn it up, just because she is very much, you know, a puppet character. She wants to sit behind the Luma, play sort of defensively. We see DeBuzz do it a ton. Maybe Falln's answer is just, you know, resetting the stocks and percent and just readjusting his game plan.
I'm freaking out right now. He was at 26%,
Terrifying.
and he almost saw the heavens.
Very close.
Pressuring on the ledge with Nair, and you were talking about what a great tool Nair is that Salem uses in particular to pressure his opponents by the ledge.
Now, I'm kind of curious, what do you think about this stage pick going back to Town and City? I feel like that stuff's going to happen to him a lot more.
It is going to happen a lot more often, but in both of these characters, it favors them because then Falln is able to pressure Lima from underneath, but we saw that he got witch time for pressuring underneath him with the up air, so perhaps baiting it out and punishing him with Luma high knockback up air instead.
Both these characters, well, I guess Rosalina definitely always likes to kill off the top. Bayonetta can kill you pretty much anywhere if she gets like a forward air off on the side, but the ladder is definitely the scariest thing.
We also have to recognize Rosalina being a very light character as well.
Falln doing a little bit better in this matchup, still behind, but looking a little bit more comfortable. Tried to get the grab on that back air, but unfortunately just not close enough. Rosalina's grab range not the best.
Yeah, Lima opting to get out of that situation instead, gets the ledge invincibility to come back to the stage.
Falln's going for a lot of grabs, and he's not landing any of them. Lima's just a little bit too evasive, and there's always the threat of that witch twist, so Falln has to be very careful in how he approaches this.
Great DI coming from Falln and surrounding at 130% from that back air.
Yeah, he's really scared. Oh, wow!
That angle is actually so hard to get.
Yeah, that was incredible. Awesome upbeat from Falln being able to recover there. And he has no ledge invincibility, but Falln not going for it, but he does get the up air just barely. Got him in the perfect knockback angle, and Lima's going to come back on his second stock.
Yep, contesting Lima with that up air. And you're seeing actually a very patient Falln, something that he was actually trying to revamp the last game, and now he's actually able to take stage control with him.
And that stage control so important. You can see him hiding under the platform, kind of DeBuzz-esque, just sitting under that battlefield platform. But here on Town and City, Falln finds one of his own. He's trying to make something happen. He has that rage. You always got to remember, Luma, up air with rage, will kill you at any time.
Oh yeah, we're no stranger to that guy.
It's like a heart punch. It's just instant. Just boom. Have to see if he's able to do it.
Lima is out of there, so now Lima's going to be going into Falln's face. Falln jumping out of the situation, opting to get the ledge invincibility instead.
Forward throw is not enough. Tries to air dodge through the nair, but that's not going to work. Fortunately, he does not perish. Oh, wow, an aggressive up air right as Luma returns.
Literally his only option to try to make it back into the stage, but it doesn't matter. He's going to lose his very first stock, but Lima is at 70%. We know that the comeback factor is immense when it comes to the character like Bayonetta.
Oh, yes. We saw it earlier with Zach against Rido. Have to see if Lima can do the same. Falln doing what he can to hold center stage, but he has to be so careful. Again, just a grab. Lima is so good at scouting out those grabs and just being around them. He's crossing him up. He's spacing him out. It just seems really tough.
At that end, he knows that Falln at this point is playing extremely aggressive compared to what he was doing the very last game. That's why he was able to get that grab by the ledge, and oh my goodness! Coney, what lead? What lead? We're talking about leads. What lead?
And there it is again. Bayonetta taking another soul. Falln looking kind of dejected, unfortunately, but that's what you get.
It's quite unfortunate, but he was playing the matchup, I want to say, especially that second game.